Gikondo wetland used to accommodate factories that had encroached it. Today the factories were located to industrial zone, and now the wetland has been rehabilitated. More than 200,000 households that were at risk of flooding will now be saved by the wetlands rehabilitation. 5 wetlands are under rehabilitation in Kigali city. After rehabilitation, they will help control flooding in the capital. We have talked to Vincent Mwumvaneza, the project director at Rio and NPIT. Mwumvaneza explained to us the details of works for each of the wetlands.
As of now, we are rehabilitating 4 wetlands, which are Gikondo, Rugenge, Nyabugogo, and Kibumba. So those are wetlands which are under rehabilitation. Actually, the reason why we are rehabilitating these wetlands, it is because, you know, previously it used to be an industrial zone area. So most of the species and the naturals were damaged by the people who were there. So it is in that effort that we are now trying to bring back the nature of this wetland. It is 4 wetlands. The first one is this one of Gikondo, which has 4 zones. We managed to separate it into, divided it into 4 zones. We have zone 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So this is Gikondo. Then there is another one in Kibumba where there was a former Racolombier. So for the people at least to know which areas as of now, because for us we have named it differently. But to make sure that the people at least understand, we are going to use the famous names that used to be before. So that is Rugenge. Second one is Kibumba. Majorly where Utexirwa was located. You remember it was a big industry, so it has been relocated. And then another one is in Nyabugogo. I think everybody knows Nyabugogo. So those are 4 wetlands that we are now, which are under rehabilitation as of now. The environmental benefits of this wetland is many. But as of to mention now, I may say we have now restored the wetlands. You can see the water is now back, is being retained, because initially, because some of them they were like this one of Gikondo, it was majorly it had industries, so most of the water were forced to move all along from here up to Nyabugogo. So as of now, we have retained most of the water, so it means the species are now surviving to this water. We have also managed to plant trees and grasses, which are helping in filtration of water. So environmentally, we have even environmentally, the birds are now back. We have provided enough water. So another thing, we managed to avoid some of the domestic water that are coming from houses. So we are managing it. Another thing, we have already put the trash racks, which are avoiding these plastic materials to continue coming into wetlands. So the flood control has been controlled in what we call hydraulic interventions. For Gikondo, what we have done, we have constructed dikes, as like this one. We have constructed ponds. We have reprofiled. Actually, reprofiling means it is widening the existing channel, at least to accommodate water that you want to be here. But there is another thing which is called attenuation. So attenuation means it is to reduce you maintain the water that you need instead of allowing all water to come and flow and cause some floodings. So, for example, you can see that is a spillway. Water is spilling over. Means it has attenuated some amount of water. So this water, if this was not provided, it would have gone to Nyabugogo and caused some floodings. So those are the interventions for Gikondo. Then if we go to Rugenge, we have a big pond, which is now holding water that has been attenuated from here, even from Rwampara. So it goes all along through these channels, the river meanders that we have created. So it goes to Rugenge. So if it goes there, that pond is big also, so it holds the amount of water, and then the attenuated one are spilling over to Nyabugogo through the river meanders. So maybe another thing that I would say is about meander. So meandering means moving in a zigzag way. So we provided enough slope to allow water for filtration, and we have also provided some plants to absorb some chemicals. In Rugenge, what we have done is also there is a weir. So a weir, what it does, its function is to spread water. Because if I may give you an example, in Rugenge-Rwintare, that area, you can see the place is not flat. So it is not flat, and people they have created some small channels, agricultural actually ditches that were carrying water up to Nyabugogo. So what we have done is to build a weir, so that weir it is now spreading evenly the water into a wetland. So it retains some water, and another one are being spread all around in that area, so that the plants can start growing properly. So from there, we go to Kibumba. So Kibumba has a series of 5 ponds. So it gets water from upstream near Vision City, that area. So we are getting all that water. And then we have also provided some weirs again to try to break the speed of water and spread the water. And spreading water in the wetland. So the attenuated ones continues and then start flowing into those ponds. So after those series of 5 ponds, we have also created another dike like this one. So that dike, it also holds some water before it goes through meander to Nyabugogo via near Memorial. Actually, it passes there. So when water from Gikondo, Rwampara, Kibumba, Kibumba, and Rugenge all goes to Nyabugogo. So Nyabugogo, we have created a big lake. So to hold all water that has been attenuated from all these wetlands. So it is big, so it also holds that water. So in Nyabugogo, that is what we have created in terms of hydraulic interventions. So it big, so it controls, it receives all water that has been attenuated from all these wetlands. We are now constructing info center, restaurants. So Gikondo has one restaurant. So it has a parking. We have a gatehouse. We have also provided even the fence for protection to avoid the strangers continue bringing something that may damage our environment. So we have provided that one. So it is there, and that is a restaurant. We have parkings. We have public restrooms. We shall also provide boom barriers for checking. Then the same applies to Kibumba. Kibumba has a botanical garden, so it is big. It is going to be very, very good. It is for flowers and for educational purpose. So whoever wants can go there and check. Then from Kibumba, you go to Nyabugogo. Nyabugogo also has the same features. We have a big restaurant and the information center. Actually, it is information desk, I may say, where people can acquire some information specifically for that wetland. Actually, each wetland has that information desk where you go and see everything that you need, particularly for that wetland. Then Nyabugogo has that. Another advantage in Nyabugogo, there is a big filtration sand, so which will turn into a beach. So people will enjoy that one later when the project is completed. Walkways and cycling. So each wetland has a walkways and cycling, whereby the people who live around the Kigali or whoever wants to visit Rwanda can come and enjoy the fresh air in the wetland while you are doing sports. So this Gikondo, we have provided gates where first of all you have to be checked, and if you are tired, they will put some people to help you. But you can ride your bicycle here in Gikondo. By the way, you can ride your bicycle from Gikondo up to Nyabugogo. So, or if you want, you can walk from Gikondo upstream up to Nyabugogo. So that is, I'm very happy that it is going to bring, to improve the health of the people of Kigali and of Rwanda. So those are the highlights of the major instruction. Even the sports facilities. In Gikondo, we have a football pitch, volleyball pitch. Actually, it is located in the Kaliro site, wherever Ojitwaza area, that area.
The rehabilitation works for the wetlands at 94%. Rwanda Development Board has invited all interested partners to bid for operating these wetlands park after rehabilitation for revenue generation.